The 2026 FIFA World Cup starts in 4 days. Billions of people around the world are getting ready to watch. But right now, as you watch this video, two players who are already on their way to that World Cup are under investigation for fixing games. Not old games, not games from years ago, games from this season, games from last month. And FIFA already knows. They were told, they were warned, they have the evidence, and they let those players get on the plane anyway. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a report from The Athletic, one of the most respected sports journalism outlets in the world, and almost nobody is talking about it. Today, VAR Lies is. Before we get into the details, you need to understand something, because this is not regular match fixing. This is something worse, something smarter, and something almost impossible to detect. It's called spot fixing. Regular match fixing is about changing the final result of a game, who wins, who loses, how many goals. Spot fixing is different. Spot fixing is about manipulating one specific moment inside a game. A yellow card, a corner kick, a throw-in. Just one moment. And that one moment can generate millions of dollars in illegal betting markets. Here's why it's so dangerous. When a player deliberately gets a yellow card, the game doesn't change. His team might still win. The score stays the same. Nobody notices anything wrong, except the criminal betting syndicate on the other side of the world that just made a fortune. An expert in international betting told ESPN this week, and I want you to hear this clearly, it's the easiest market to manipulate of them all. The easiest market. And right now, two players are walking into the biggest sporting event on the planet, having done exactly that. Here's what the Athletic's investigation found. Two separate cases, two separate players, two separate nations. Case number one. Earlier this season, a player deliberately got himself a yellow card in a league match. Not because he was frustrated, not because he made a bad challenge. He did it on purpose, to trigger a suspension he needed to serve before a big derby match. The plan? Serve the suspension early, be available for the derby, no problem. Simple, right? Except here's what they didn't count on. Before that game even happened, the betting markets on yellow cards went crazy. Unusual money, suspicious money, money that should not have been there. The monitoring systems picked it up immediately. The scheme had been discussed in advance, which means more than one person knew, which means this was organized, coordinated, planned. The incident was reported directly to the National Federation. That player is now at the World Cup. Case number two. This one happened just last month. Two separate bookmakers flagged suspicious betting activity on a player receiving a yellow card in the first half of a league game. And then, exactly as the bets predicted, that player was booked in the first half after committing 3 fouls in less than 5 minutes. 3 fouls, less than 5 minutes. First half booking, exactly as bet. That's not a coincidence. That's a script. This was also reported to the appropriate national federation. That player is also now heading to the World Cup. When journalists asked FIFA directly about this, when they asked whether match-fixing concerns had been raised before the tournament, FIFA gave them a statement. Are you ready for this? FIFA has a zero-tolerance policy against match manipulation and provides a dedicated, highly secure and web-based whistleblowing system so that individuals can report any form or knowledge of potential match manipulation or integrity-related misconduct. That's it. No investigation announced, no players suspended, no transparency. Just a link to a website where you can report corruption. FIFA was handed 2 active corruption cases involving players going to their tournament, and their response was, here's a form you can fill out. Both players boarded their planes. Both players are at the World Cup, and FIFA is selling tickets for $2 million. Now, some people will say, this is just 2 players. It's not a big deal. But here's what you need to understand. This is not an isolated incident. In 2024, 3 players from an Australian league were arrested for running a yellow card fixing scheme. One senior player paid junior teammates up to $10,000 each to deliberately get booked in specific games. The instructions came from an organized crime figure in South America. In November 2025, the NBA was rocked when an FBI investigation led to 34 people being charged in illegal gambling schemes, including current players and coaches. In April 2026, just 2 months ago, Italian football's top referee designator was placed under criminal investigation for sports fraud. Spot fixing is everywhere. And the World Cup, the most watched sporting event on the planet, is the biggest target of them all. Why? Because the betting volume during a World Cup is unlike anything else in sports. Billions of dollars wagered on every game, on every moment, on every yellow card. And two players who have already been flagged for exactly this are on the pitch in 4 days. Here's the question nobody at FIFA wants to answer. If the monitoring systems caught this, if the bookmakers caught this, if the integrity experts caught this, if the national federations were notified, why are these players still at the World Cup? What does FIFA's zero tolerance actually mean? And most importantly, if this happened before the tournament even started, what is going to happen during it? Because here's the truth about the 2026 World Cup that nobody in mainstream media will say out loud. The most watched sporting event in human history may already be compromised. The games start in 4 days. We'll be watching every single one. If you want the truth about what's really happening at this World Cup, not the highlights, not the celebrations, subscribe to VAR Lies, because someone has to say what FIFA doesn't want you to hear.